Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today we got the No Way Out pay-per-view collection. This is going to be from 1998 through 2009. Of course, in 2010 we would have the Elimination pay-per-view starting. And in 1999, we also had St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Just one thing I want to point out before we get into it is the kind of the home video logo, how it kind of changed over the years. You know, a lot of us are familiar with the blue kind of blocky scratch logo here. But this is what it looked like before that, just a simple block logo. And then it evolved from that into the scratch logo and then into the WWE logo we know now. So originally, No Way Out was part of the In Your House series. This is kind of the end of the No Way Out pay-per-views. Or kind of the In Your House pay-per-views, sorry. This would be in Texas. This would be the 8-man unsanctioned tag team match featuring Austin, Owen, Cactus Jack, Chainsaw Charlie, taking on the kind of DX before they were DX with Road Dogg, Badass. We got Triple H and Savio Vega, who replaced Shawn Michaels, of course. Shawn Michaels out with the bad back from the Royal Rumble casket match. Shawn Michaels would appear at WrestleMania, but he wouldn't have very many more matches after this. We also had the NWA North American title match, a light heavyweight title match, and a war of attrition. This is a fun show. Not really the best event ever, but Vader versus Kane, pretty good stuff there. You know, I always liked Vader. I have always liked Kane. Two of my favorites. In 2000, you know, this is one that a lot of people are familiar with. Mick Foley's, you know, pretty much pseudo-retirement. He would return briefly here and there, but this was pretty much the end of his full-time career. Very small logo on the tape. Here's the 1998 logo. So 2000 would be a pretty good show. We got a No Holds Barred with X-Pac and Kane. I feel like they should have done that at Mania. Kane, and that's my favorite attire of Kane, the red on black. Then we had Chris Jericho versus Kurt Angle for the IC title. Angle becomes the Euro-Continental Champion. For the tag titles, the Dudleys win the tag titles here. I think that's their first win as champs. Number one contenders match, Edge and Christian versus the Hardys. Again, this would lead up to the first triangle ladder match at WrestleMania. Then we have Too Cool and Rikishi versus the Radicals. WrestleMania qualifying match, Big Show versus Rock. Big Show wins here, but it does turn into a fatal four-way match at Mania. And then the Hell in a Cell for the WWF title. Triple H versus Cactus Jack. Really, really fun match. Awesome. 2001. One of my personal favorite pay-per-views. And if you're going to go out of your way to watch any No Way Out pay-per-views, I would suggest this one. Pretty underrated show. Not many people have seen it because it's not on DVD. So here we would have The Rock winning the title back from Kurt Angle. Triple threat tag team title table match. Jerry the King Lawler versus Steven Richards. This would be, Jerry Lawler leaving WWE for several months. Stephanie McMahon versus Trish. And then 2 out of 3 falls match. Austin versus Triple H. Kind of the end of their whole feud that lasted, a year and a half or so, with Austin being run down and things like that. 2002, I got both here. Kind of the triple threat triple main event, New World Order thing. And another thing to point out here, this is why the numbers kind of jump up along the way here. It's because they had VHS tapes back then. So this is 121, the next one is 122. So if you're wondering why the numbers kind of go, out of whack at a certain point, it's because there was so many VHS tapes opposed to the DVDs. So a lot of those numbers are for the tapes. Really cool disc art here. There's no extras or nothing on there, but it is a fun show. Got a brass knuckles on a pole match, tag title match. We had a tag team turmoil for the winner getting a shot at WrestleMania 18. APA win the thing here, but it does turn up to a fatal four-way match at WrestleMania 18, which Billy and Chuck would be a part of. So Taz and Spike weren't even the champs going into Mania. Triple H versus Angle, #1 contender match. Angle wins here, but Triple H gets his win the next night. Got The Rock versus Undertaker, and Austin versus Chris Jericho for the Undisputed Championship. Of course, we had the NWO, getting involved throughout the show. 2003, I like this show. We got the new logo here for No Way Out. So a lot of good stuff. Scott Steiner on the disc. Here we have Jericho versus Jeff Hardy. Regal and Storm versus RVD and Kane. I love that team. Matt Hardy versus Kidman. We got a 6-man tag, which turned out to be a 2-on-3 handicap match. World title match, Steiner versus Triple H. Then we see Evolution at ringside. Austin versus Bischoff. Rock versus Hogan. This was in Montreal. We did have another screw job. This would be Austin's return after his Stone Cold walkout. I like 2003. 2004, this No Way Out would become a SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. Really good show overall. Very big moment for Eddie Guerrero. Love this cover. Wanted for lying, cheating, and stealing. Cool, we do have an insert. This would be, Brock's last run as champion until, his big return in 2012. We got Rey Mysterio versus Chavo. Kurt Angle, Cena, and Big Show for the #1 contendership at WrestleMania 20. And then Brock versus Eddie for the WWE title. Really, really good moment there. It's one of the best feel-good moments you'll ever get is winning the WWE Championship. So Raw really never had any pay-per-views leading up to WrestleMania during this time. 2005, we had the barbed wire on the logo now instead of the chain. Of course, we would have a barbed wire steel cage match for our main event. We also have a Fozzy music video on this one. We also have Cena versus Angle for the #1 contenders tournament final match this time. We got a tag title match, Basham versus Mysterio and Eddie. I believe they win the titles here. 6-man elimination Cruiserweight championship match. I felt during this time they've just crammed the Cruiserweights into a one big match and just kind of dealt with it that way. Way too many times they've done that, 6-man, 8-man, 10-man match. I didn't like the way they did the Cruiserweights. And of course, JBL versus Big Show in a first ever barbed wire steel cage match. 2006, I really love this cover. Sometimes, they do the blue or the red. It doesn't really look too good, but the way they do this with the yellowish orange, I like quite a bit. Again, Undertaker and Angle from the Rumble in 2006. No insert with mine. Again, disc art fairly similar to the cover. But Angle and Taker had an awesome match here for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton for the WrestleMania title opportunity. Orton wins the thing here, but again, Mysterio kind of gets added to the match at Mania 22. We also had Benoit versus Booker T, Lashley versus JBL. And again, another gigantic matchup involving the Cruiserweights. Also a special appearance by Batista. 2007, kind of the end of the brand split here. This is still a SmackDown show, but it's all three brands were included with this event. So again, no inserts for 2007. But this is a decent show. Not my favorite from the No Way Outs. But again, another Cruiserweight Open. Not the biggest fan of those matches. Just lumping 10, 12 guys together, or whatever it is. We got the Hardys and Benoit versus Eminem and MVP. Boogeyman and Little Boogie versus Finlay and the Little Bastard, which we know as Hornswoggle. Kane versus Booker. Lashley versus Mr. Kennedy. And World Heavyweight Champion Batista and The Undertaker versus WWE Champion Cena and Shawn Michaels. So, really cool match there. I feel like they did that quite a bit, too, during the this time. You know, champion and challenger versus make them partners. 2008, again, another really cool cover. I love these covers that kind of wrap around onto the spine. So we have two chamber matches at this point. This is now the Elimination Chamber era. And we would have, you know, the winners getting a shot at the WWE title at WrestleMania. Cena won the Rumble. He's facing his Orton here. Inserts are back in 2008. We have Chavo versus CM Punk. The SmackDown Chamber match, which Taker would win, facing Edge at Mania. Career-threatening match, Flair versus Kennedy. We have the world title match, Edge versus Rey Mysterio. John Cena versus Randy Orton. And the Raw Chamber match, which Triple H would end up winning. And, of course, at Mania 28, we would have a triple threat match involving Cena, Orton, and Triple H. Finally, 2009, with Vladimir Kozlov on the cover. If you didn't know, that was him. It's an awful cover. But I do like that spine. You could see the chain links on the spine there. Really nice touch. No inserts for the anything past 2008. But this is one of my favorite pay-per-views, with Edge turning the WWE title into the World Heavyweight Championship. Really fun moment there, you know. We don't get a lot of moments like that, but I felt Edge was the perfect guy to do it with. So Edge loses the first match. Triple H becomes champion in a rare occurrence where he beats The Undertaker. We had Shane McMahon versus Randy Orton. Shawn Michaels versus JBL in the All or Nothing match. I wasn't a fan of that storyline. And then in the main event, Edge defeats John Cena, winning the chamber match, becoming world champion. Also got a match from Raw on there. Really good stuff. Overall, No Way Out is probably one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. Probably that or No Mercy. I love No Way Out throughout the years. And No Way Out 2001, it's just one of those pay-per-views you had to watch to believe it. Let me know your thoughts on these ones, guys. Take that time. Hit that subscribe. Let me know some of your favorite No Way Out pay-per-views, moments, matchups. One thing I do forget to mention here, No Way Out 2012. I don't have it yet. Eventually, when I get it, I'll review it on its own. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Take some time. Subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Peace.